Presiden terpilih Prabowo Subianto mengakui salah satu faktor yang membuatnya menang dalam pemilihan presiden 2024 adalah limpahan elektoral akibat efek Jokowi. Menurut Prabowo, faktor kedekatan dan dukungan politik dari Presiden Joko Widodo menguntungkan dirinya dalam Pilpres 2024. Sebab persentase angka kepuasan masyarakat terhadap pemerintahan Jokowi juga cukup tinggi, yakni mencapai 83%. Di sisi lain, Prabowo juga menganggap efek Jokowi menguntungkannya secara politik karena dia menggandeng Wakil Presiden Gibran Raka Buming Raka. Selain itu, limpahan elektoral akibat efek Jokowi juga dianggap sebagai dampak dari kepuasan masyarakat yang merasakan komitmen dari pemerintahannya buat memperbaiki kondisi masyarakat, terutama kalangan masyarakat miskin. Selain itu, Gibran juga dianggap memiliki daya tarik kepada pemilih muda yang jumlahnya mencapai 52% dari keseluruhan pemilih. Gibran yang berusia 36 tahun disebut mampu menarik pemilih muda yang peduli terhadap isu pekerjaan, pendidikan, dan kesetaraan. Prabowo Subianto tercatat memenangi Pilpres 2024 dengan perolehan suara melebihi 58%. Dia menang dari dua pesaingnya, yakni Anies Baswedan dan Ganjar Pranowo. Prabowo tercatat unggul di 36 dari 38 provinsi. Akan tetapi, kemenangan Prabowo sempat disengketakan di Mahkamah Konstitusi atau MK. Salah satu yang dipersoalkan dalam gugatan itu adalah dugaan politisasi bansos. Akan tetapi, Majelis Hakim Mahkamah Konstitusi menyatakan tidak memiliki cukup bukti dan meyakini bansos dari pemerintah mempengaruhi pilihan pemilih pada Pilpres 2024.
Prabowo Subianto, President-elect of Indonesia. Thank you for talking to Al Jazeera. Senang bisa berbicara lagi dengan Bapak Prabowo. Let's begin with talking about the election. A landslide victory for you, almost 60% of the votes, victory in 30 out of 32 provinces, certainly a result that any candidate would have been happy with. What made the difference this time? Because you've run for president before twice. Why do you think your message appealed to voters this year?
I think a combination of factors, maybe precisely because I ran twice before. I think my message, my narrative, my principles reached the people. And this time, of course, I have to say that I felt that I basically became part of the incumbent team. So I think that also was a great factor.
That's something that many observers have talked about, and they've called it this Jokowi effect, the effect of your perceived closeness with the president and how that may have boosted your chances. What do you make of that?
Well, if you know, President Joko Widodo has now 83% favorable rating in the public opinion polls. And of course, the people felt his commitment to bring betterment to the people's conditions, especially the poor. So, yes, I think that Jokowi effect really helped me also.
You, sir, have run against President Jokowi twice. You were political rivals. Was there a genuine change of mind on your part that allowed you to work more closely with him?
You know, traditionally in Indonesian politics, the winner wants to make sure that his rival doesn't ever re-emerge, right? But this time I think he understood that I was committed to the betterment of the Indonesian people, especially the poor. And I think basically, which I found out later, he does have the same values as I do.
What are those values?
I think the value as a son of Indonesia, we want our people to live a dignified life. and poverty is not dignified. An independent country, their people must live with the basics. They cannot live in poverty. This idea of moving the capital was actually for many, many years, since even our first president, President Sukarno. And there was always this move that this capital should be more central position, and also that we have problems actually in Jakarta. Jakarta is, I think, already way beyond the capacity of the area to support a population of 20-25 million people. We have to invest more